again, just to hi to everyone who's just joined. We're going to be needing a yoga strap, or if you have a dressing gown tie or a towel, anything like that, just to help with some stretching for leg extensions. If you don't have anything, it's fine, you don't need it. We can work without. I'll give both options. Okay, so when you're ready, just coming into a seated position on your mat. So again, options here, you can come cross-legged, have the legs out in front, maybe coming onto the knees. Also, you can always bring a cushion, or if you have a yoga block or bolster, and just place it under the sit bones. So doing this, it just helps to raise those sit bones up a little bit, and it tips the pelvis forward. So it takes the weight off the knees, just gives us a little bit more height. So just making your way down into a comfortable seated position. And when you're ready, we're just going to bring the hands to the knees, palms facing down or palms facing up. Option is there for you, whatever feels comfortable. And here we're just going to take our mind to the crown of the head, to the spine, to the sit bones, to the pelvis, making sure we're in one long line here, so all the way up through our middle. We don't want to be straining, so we're not trying to sit up super straight, we're just opening through the chest, tilting that pelvis forward a little. You can start to engage the belly, but not squeezing it, keeping it slightly soft. And almost feeling here that the crown of the head is balancing over the top of the pelvis. And maybe just closing the eyes here. Taking some deep breaths, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the nose. Just bringing our awareness to the breath. And if the mind wanders here, just gently bringing it back. Really listening to the motion, feeling the breath entering the nose, into the chest, the side ribs, all the way down to the belly. And on our exhales, we're fully emptying, getting rid of any stale air. And when we inhale, we're bringing in that new air, filling the body up. And just keep working with your breath here in the own rhythm, inhaling and exhaling. We're going to start to release through the shoulders, releasing through the neck muscles. We're just going to take our mind here to the point in between the eyebrows, and we're actively just going to release there, releasing all that tension, the concentration. Keep taking our mind to that breath. And maybe here just taking some circles with the jaw. Releasing one way and then the other. Just coming to slow down, taking this hour for yourself. And just taking a quick scan of the body here. And seeing if there are any areas of tension or tightness. And really sending the breath there. And being mindful of these areas throughout the practice today. And just gently opening the eyes, keeping them soft. We're just going to take the right ear down towards the right shoulder here. So really gently just lowering it down. Keep on breathing. Option here, you can take that left arm out and start walking the fingertips away from you. Maybe feeling that stretch through the left side of the neck. And inhale, coming back up through to center. Taking the left ear to the left shoulder this time. And making sure we're bringing the ear towards the shoulder, not the shoulder up towards the ear. So we keep sending the shoulder blades down the back. And walking the right fingertips out towards the side this time, maybe finding that stretch. And inhale, coming back through to center. And we're just going to take some gentle neck rolls. So up towards one shoulder, back down the middle, up to the other. Really mindfully massaging. And if it feels okay, you can start to rotate the head back. Coming into one big circle and then coming the other way. And if you find a point in the neck where you want to kind of stay and be able to massage and not out or work through it, just really mindfully doing this. And coming back through to center here. And we're going to take the right leg out. So we're going to extend that right leg out in front of us, bringing the left foot to the inside of that right thigh. Those toes are active of that right foot, so they're facing up towards the ceiling. This helps to activate all the muscles in the leg, even that kneecap, pulling up through the thigh. Now we're going to send the right arm across the inside of that right leg, so down towards the floor. And as we inhale, we're going to bring the left arm up, reaching. And we keep working on our chest rotation here like we do in our side folds. So keep opening through the chest, make sure we're not reaching over, crunching, we're opening up. Inhale here, coming up. We're going to place that left arm behind us. As we inhale, bring ourselves up onto this left leg, reaching, coming into a gentle back bend. Exhale, bringing ourselves down, sending that right arm out across the leg again. Inhale, reaching over with the left. Those right toes are still active, and we're stretching into the left side body. Exhale, releasing that left arm. Inhale, bringing yourself up again. Reaching, pressing through the right toes all the way up the leg. Exhale, coming down. And we're just going to take our strap here, or whatever you're using, and we're just going to set ourselves up. So bringing that strap, and you can place it around the sole of the foot, and just releasing it down to the floor. Option here, we can take a bend into that right knee. As we inhale, we're going to reach the arms up, making sure our body here is squared over that right leg. As we exhale, begin to fold forward, maybe picking up that strap, and exhale. Stretching through that right leg. And again, here we're sending those shoulders away from the ears, bringing those elbows towards us. Keep working with that breath. Inhale to find length. Exhale, folding forwards. And you can always keep that bend in the knee. Or if you know you have the flexibility, you can keep it straight. Or maybe start with it bent, and with that breath, we try and create a straight line. Inhale here, gently coming up, just letting go of the strap. And we're going to change the legs here. So bringing the right foot this time into the inside of that left thigh, sending that left leg out, across the floor. Again, you can keep that knee bent, maybe placing a cushion or something underneath. The feet are active, and we're going to send the left arm this time along that left leg. Inhale, reaching over with the right. Stretching through that right side body, taking the gaze under the armpit. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, we're going to plant that right hand down. Inhale, coming up onto the right knee, stretching back. Exhale, releasing down, sending that left arm again across the left leg, reaching over with the right. Taking that gaze under the armpit, really stretching through that side body. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, right arm comes down, reaching over with the left. Exhale, releasing down. And again, we're going to take that strap, set ourselves up if we want to use it around the sole of the foot, just placing it down to the floor. As we inhale, raising those arms up, squaring the body over that left leg, and as we exhale, folding forwards, holding on to the strap. You can hold on to the thigh, the shin, or if you have that flexibility, holding on to the feet. And inhale to half lift, lifting that head and chest. Exhale, folding forwards. And inhale here, gently coming up, removing the strap. And we're going to send both legs out this time, so just bringing them out. It doesn't have to be super wide. You don't have to come into that gymnast split, just a little bit. Again, option here, you can always bend into the knees. So bending into the knees, you can feel it helps to tilt that pelvis forwards, giving you more space. Or keeping the legs straight, whatever you like. Inhale, we're going to reach those arms up, finding that length in the body. Exhale, begin to hinge forward. Bringing the fingertips to the mat. Option to stay here, or on the exhale, we can walk those fingertips forwards. Working with the body, stretching through the legs. Those feet are active, toes are facing up towards the ceiling. And inhale, gently walking the fingertips back up, bringing the hands under the knees, and we're going to take the legs up towards each other here. Bringing the hands just by the sides of the hips, fingertips facing forwards. As we exhale, we're going to drop the legs here over to the right side, squaring the chest to the front. Inhale, coming through to center. Exhale, left legs come down to the left, squaring that body. Keeping those shoulders squared to the front of the room. Inhale, coming through center. Option to do this again, or we can take the right leg over the left. As we exhale, dropping both legs to the right side. This deepens the stretch all the way down that right, left leg, left outer hip, that glute muscle. Inhale, coming up, changing the cross of the legs, or you can take the legs all the way down to the left like we originally did. Keep squaring those shoulders to the front of the room. Stretching through that right hip flexor, that glute muscle this time. And inhale, gently coming up. And we're going to coming onto the tiptoes here, we're going to bring the knees towards the chest. Option here, you can keep those tiptoes on the floor, or maybe see if we can just raise them up. So we're balancing on those sit bones here. Slightly engaging the belly, so you don't have to lean back super far. So you're hugging the knees in, and then you just raise those tiptoes off. Option, you can stay here, or hugging that left knee in towards us. You can see if we can hook the right peace fingers, so those two fingers, onto the inside of that right big toe. Maybe here we can just lift that leg up. You can keep the bend in the knee, we're just working on the core. Keep that breath moving. So we're hugging that left knee in towards the chest. Really hugging that left knee in. Option to stay here, or maybe see if we can lengthen that right leg out a little bit more. Keep that breath going. Exhale, release. Well done. Bringing the right hand this time to the right knee, really hugging that right knee into the chest. Option to take the left peace fingers this time, hooking them onto the inside of the left toe. Maybe we can bend it, start to lift that left leg up. Keep breathing, keep finding that focus, your drishti. Or maybe we can lift it up a little further. Maybe we can try and extend it. Exhale, release down, well done. Now we're going to see if we can bring both fingers this time, those peace fingers, hooking them onto both toes. As we inhale, maybe we can just lift up a little. Keep sending that chest forward, working on that balance, engaging the core. These look amazing. Keep that breath going. Maybe a little higher. Maybe we can straighten those legs. Holding here. 5, 4, keep smiling. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Well done. Now we're just going to lengthen those legs out, shake out the knees. And just come back to our seated position, so bringing those legs crossed or out in front, whatever is comfortable for you. And we're going to inhale here, raise the arms up towards the sky, reaching through the fingertips. As we exhale, we're going to bring the right arm behind us, and the left hand goes to the right outer knee. So we're coming into a twist to the right side. Taking the gaze over that right shoulder. And again, we're staying tall through that spine, through the crown of the head. Inhale, coming through to center, reaching those arms up. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. Right hand comes to the left outer knee. Left arm comes behind us. Gaze is over that left shoulder. And again, we're growing tall through the spine, through the crown of the head. And keep focusing on that breath. So we're still inhaling through the nose, sending the breath all the way to the belly. Inhale, coming up through to center here. As we exhale, hinging at the hips, we're going to begin to fold forward, bringing those fingertips to the mat. And we're really pressing the hips, the sit bones into the mat here. So making sure they're not lifting off. We're pressing back into them. Option to stay here, or maybe walking the fingertips a little further out in front, lowering the head, lowering the chest. An option to come all the way down. And as we inhale here, we're going to walk the hands all the way over to the right side. So we're bringing the chest over the right knee here, stretching through that left side body. Option to place the left hand on top of the right. This creates a deeper stretch through that left side. If it's too much, then just stay where you are. We're practicing without judgment. Just listening to the body. Inhale, coming through to center here. Exhale over to that left side. And again, really stretching through that right side body. If you would like to go deeper, bringing the right hand on top of the left. Inhale, coming through center and walking the fingertips all the way back up here. We're going to bring those knees up and see if we can swing them behind us, and we're going to come onto all fours, so in our tabletop position here. Pressing through the hands, making sure the hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Coming into a couple of rounds of our cat-cow here, so we're going to press through the hands. Inhale, we're going to lift the head, lift the chest. As we exhale, arching the upper back, really squeezing the belly towards the spine. Inhale, sending that chest through. Exhale. Working with your own rhythm here, seeing what feels good into the body. And on that exhale, we're really trying to bring the chin towards the navel, so squeezing up. As we inhale, wheeling that chest forward. lifting the head. Couple more here. Then coming into your static tabletop, pressing through the hands. We're going to press through the left hand here. Inhale, send the right arm forwards. Option to stay here, or we can begin to send the left leg back behind us, keeping it on the floor or maybe raising it up. Focusing on your breath here. Taking a deep inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bring the right elbow to the left knee. So we're squeezing up like we do in our cat position. Inhale, reaching forward, stretching through the arm, through the leg. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. As we inhale here, we're going to stay here, reaching forwards. Option here, we can start to just bend into that left knee. Maybe we're just working on our balance, seeing if we can bend that left knee. Option here, we can take the right arm behind us, reaching to the back of the room. Maybe we can begin to hold on to that left foot, opening through the side body. Holding here, 3, 2, 1, exhale, release. Sending the knees as wide as the mat here, and as we exhale, we're going to push back into our child's pose. Bringing the chest between the thighs, reaching the arms forwards, lowering the head all the way down to the mat. And just seeing if we can feel the breath across the upper back here. So whenever you need to come in here throughout the practice, you need a break, you just need to get your breath back, and then coming to join us wherever we are. Inhale, gently bringing yourself forwards here. And again, just setting those knees up under the hips, hands under the shoulders, and we're going to come to the left side. Inhale, reaching the left arm forwards. Option to stay here or bring that right leg back. Maybe raising it up. Again, just working on that balance. You can either take the gaze to the hand or just release the gaze to the mat below you. Inhale, stretching. Exhale, bringing that left elbow to right knee, squeezing up into that cat position. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, really reaching forwards. Again, option just to stay here working on the balance. Maybe we can bring the right knee, right foot towards the sit bones, bending into that right knee. Option again, just stay here, or maybe we can see if we can reach to the back of the room. Really pressing through that right hand, reaching through the fingertips. Maybe we can hold on to that right leg, foot, or leg if you can. Keep pressing the foot into the hand, opening through the chest. One more breath here. Exhale, release. Bringing those knees wide again, pushing back into your child's pose. As we inhale, gently bringing ourselves forward back into that tabletop position. And we're just going to tuck the toes here. And as we inhale, we're going to lift the knees off the mat about an inch. So we're pressing out of the hands, out of the shoulders, as if we're pressing the mat away from us. Those knees are just hovering, holding here, 5, 4, feel the abs engaged. One more breath. As we exhale, pushing all the way back into our downward dog. Pedaling those feet out. So the feet here should be about hip width apart. And again, we're pressing the mat away from us. So we're pushing out of the shoulders, making sure we're not sinking into the shoulders. We're pushing out of them. Pressing through every single fingertip. Taking the gaze to the top of the thighs, helping to elongate the neck. As we inhale here, we're going to raise the right leg up towards the sky, stretching through that right leg. Maybe here putting a bend into the right knee. Just seeing if we can stretch, keep squaring the chest to the front of the mat. As we exhale, we're going to bring that right knee forwards, coming into that plank position. We're going to hug the knee up into the chest. Exhale, gently sending it back. This is our three-legged dog. Inhale, bringing that right knee forwards. Just with control, you don't need to go really fast. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, that right knee comes forward. Squeezing it up. Exhale, sending it back. And just releasing that right leg down. Coming to the other side. Inhale, lifting the left leg up towards the sky. Reaching through the toes, maybe putting a bend into the knee. And as we exhale, bringing that left knee this time in towards the chest. Exhale, sending it back to that three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And just releasing the foot down. We're going to walk the hands here all the way back to meet the feet. Coming into a forward fold. So here you can really bend into the knees. Releasing the chest to the thighs, releasing the arms, becoming really floppy. Maybe holding onto opposite elbow. Swaying side to side. And you have an option here to just keep the knees bent. Or you can start to straighten them. Nodding the head yes. Shaking the head no, releasing through the neck. Bringing the weight into the heels and then back into the toes. And we're just going to release the hands to the mat here. As we inhale, put a micro bend in the knees. Coming up, bring ourselves up really slowly. Peeling ourselves up. Bringing that head up last. And just starting to roll through the shoulders. Seeing if it feels good. Rolling the opposite way. And as we inhale, we're going to reach the arms up above us. Interlacing those fingers, keep reaching. Trying to get as tall as you possibly can. Maybe here coming up onto the tiptoes. Reaching. And exhale, releasing the heels down, bending over to the right side. Inhale, coming up through center, coming onto those tiptoes, reaching up. Exhale, releasing the heels down, bending over to the left side. Inhale, coming up through to center. As we exhale, we're just going to dive forwards. So diving, hinging at the hips, folding forwards, coming to a half lift. So we're going to inhale, come to those fingertips, or sliding the hands up the shins, coming into that nice flat back. As we exhale here, we're going to plant the hands and send the feet about the width of the mat away from us. And then turning the feet all the way out towards the side. We're going to bring those hands together. And as we exhale, lower down into our yogic squat. Bringing the elbows here to the inside of the knees. Opening through the chest. If it's really difficult for you to get those heels down to the mat, you can always use some books or anything to prop underneath. Taking one more breath here. As we exhale, releasing the hands towards the mat. Inhale, gently bringing ourselves back up. And we're going to keep the feet the same width, but just bring the toes to face forward, so paralleling the feet. We're going to take the right hand down to the mat. Inhale, lifting up with that left arm. And then begin to bend into the right knee. See here how if you don't bend into the knee, we can't quite get that extension. So as soon as we bend in, we find that twist. Maybe here, if you're on the fingertips, you can come down onto the hand. Stretching through that left leg. And exhale, gently releasing. Bringing the left arm down. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Bending into that left leg this time, maybe taking the hand down to the mat or just staying up onto those fingertips. Keeping the bend in the left knee. Reaching that right arm up towards the sky, taking that gaze to the top hand. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, coming to that half lift again, coming to the fingertips or sliding the hands up the shins. As we exhale, planting the hands down, and we're going to walk them all the way out into our plank position. So those hands come underneath the shoulders. We're sucking that belly in, sending those heels to the back of the room. And we're just going to take some rotation. So rotating here through the shoulders, one way. 1, 2, 3, and reversing that circle. 1, 2, 3. As we exhale, lowering the knees, lowering all the way to the chest. Reaching those arms in front of us. Again, here we're trying to get as tall, as long as possible. So stretching through the fingertips, through the toes. And then as we inhale, we're going to slide the hands either side of the chest here. Pressing through the palms, we're going to inhale, roll the shoulders back. Lift the head, lift the chest, coming into that low cobra. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, coming up to that low cobra. Exhale, releasing down. One more time here. Inhale, coming up to that low cobra. Or if it's in your practice, you can roll up into your upward facing dog. As we exhale, we're going to really slowly glide back into our downward dog. Pressing through the feet. And inhale, looking forwards here. We're going to walk the feet all the way towards the hands. Meeting in that half lift, fingertips or hands to the shins. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming up, raising all the way up to the sky, reaching those arms high. Exhale, hands to your heart center. So we're going to come into 2 rounds of our sun salutations just to get a little bit of heat through the body. So we are going to bring the toes together, heels slightly apart, taking the palms out facing the front of the room, taking those shoulders up, back and down. As we inhale, we're going to raise up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward. You can bend in the knees if you need. Inhale to that half lift, fingertips or hands to the shins. Exhale here, planting the hands, stepping back into your high plank. Taking a deep inhale. As we exhale, lowering to the knees, the chest and the chin, and roll up to that low cobra. Exhale, gliding back into your downward dog. And we're going to take 3 conscious breaths here. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And inhale, looking forwards, walking the feet or stepping to the front of the mat, coming into our half lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming up, raising those arms high. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale to raise those arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, coming into our half lift. So again, fingertips or sliding the hands up the shins. Exhale here, we're going to plant the hands, stepping back into our high plank. Taking a deep inhale. As we exhale, lowering to the knees, chest, chin, or you can lower all the way down to the belly. As we inhale, coming into that low cobra, really opening through the chest. Exhale, pressing back into our downward dog. And just taking a few breaths here. As we inhale, we're going to raise the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, we're going to bring it all the way forwards. See if we can place it between the hands, just giving it a helping hand if we need. So we can bring it to the middle of the mat, and then just help us bring it along. Taking that back knee down, coming to the fingertips here, and we're going to raise the arms up towards the sky. And just sending the hips here away from the knee, so we're just bringing ourselves back, making sure the hips are squared, bringing that right hip back, left hip forwards, and then we can bend into the knee a little more. So making sure we're not just hanging out in the hips, we're really engaging everything. Taking a deep inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bring the left hand to the right outer knee. So bringing it across the body. Exhale, either sending the right arm back behind us, or maybe lowering it to the thigh. Coming into a twist, taking the gaze over the right shoulder. Option, you can bend into the knee a little more. One more breath here. Inhale, bringing those arms back up through center. Exhale, lowering them either side of the front foot. Pressing through the left hand, we're going to inhale, reach up through the right. Option to stay here in this half twist, or tucking the back toes, lifting the back knee up. Keep taking that gaze to the top hand. These options are here for you. So if today the knee is enough, then just staying down on the knee. One more breath here. Exhale, lowering that top hand down. And we're going to step all the way back into our downward dog here. Stretching through those legs. And then inhale, raising the left leg up this time. Exhale, again, bringing it forwards, placing it between the hands, lowering that back knee down, giving it that helping hand. Inhale, raising the arms up, coming into our half crescent. Shoulders are away from the ears. Again, sending the hips back, just so we can square them. Bringing the left hip back, right hip forward, and then we can bend into that front knee a little more. Creating that 90-degree bend in the knee. Inhale. Exhale, bringing the right hand to the left outer knee. The left arm comes back. Either here, just keep reaching back behind us, taking the gaze to the back fingers, or we can lower those fingers to the right thigh. Finding that twist, staying tall through the spine. One more breath here. Inhale, reaching those arms up. Through to center as we exhale, folding forward. Pressing through the right hand, inhale, reaching up through the left this time. Again, option, keeping this knee down at the back, or you can tuck the toes and lift that back knee off the floor. Keeping that breath going. One more here. Exhale, releasing the top hand down and stepping back into your downward dog. As we inhale from here, we're going to look forwards, walk the feet or take that step towards the front of the mat, coming into a half lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, raising those arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. We're going to bring the feet together here and begin to hug the right knee in towards the chest. So we're going to work on our balance. If you need to come to a wall or a sofa, or a person, anything that's close. So we're going to hug that right knee into the chest. Really hugging it in, opening through the chest here. Option, you can just stay here working on this balance through the left leg. And with that left leg, we're drawing up through the shin, through that kneecap, sucking the leg up. And here we can take the left hand to the left knee. And maybe begin to reach the right arm back behind us, taking that gaze to the back arm. So we're coming into a twist. Here, just keep that breath going. If we can't do the twist, you can always just keep holding onto the knee. One more breath here. As we exhale, coming back through to center, not putting that knee down, we're going to bring the hands to our heart center, into our prayer position. And as we exhale, kick that right leg back behind us. And we're hinging over the left. So we're coming into our warrior 3 here. Keep pressing those hands together. Opening through the chest. One more breath here. As we inhale, bending into the left knee. Bringing ourselves back up. Reaching that right leg high. Exhale, releasing, wiggling those legs out. Working on our balance. Coming to the left side this time. So bringing the left knee up, hugging it into the chest. Always here, you can hold onto the side of a wall or anything you have, just helping with that balance. But we're really drawing up through that right leg. Drawing up through the knee, through the shin. Option here to take that right hand to the right knee and begin to slide the left arm behind us. Option, you can keep the gaze forward if you don't feel your balance is there yet. Or the challenge to take that gaze to the back hand. One more breath. Exhale, coming forward. Keeping that knee up, we're going to bring the hands to our heart center. As we exhale, hinging forward, sending the left leg back this time. Coming into that warrior 3. So here we want the chest to get as level with the mat as possible. Keep squeezing those palms together. And then bending into the right knee, we're going to inhale, come up. Sending the left knee up. Holding here. And exhale, release. Wiggling those legs out. Well done. And from the front of the mat, again, we're going to bring those toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, raising the arms up, growing tall. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale to that half lift. As we exhale, planting the hands, stepping back into that high plank. Taking a deep inhale. As we exhale, lowering to the knees, the chest, the chin. Coming into our low cobra. And exhale, gliding back into our downward dog. And we're just going to bring the hands here at the top of the mat a little closer together. So bringing them closer together. And we have the option here, you can step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, or you can just lower to the knees and then take that right foot to the right hand, to the outside. And pressing through the left hand here, we're going to bring the right hand to that right knee and just begin to open it up slightly. So you almost fold onto the outside of that right foot, holding onto the right knee, just taking a look behind us. So we're just stretching here, keeping that bend into the front knee. Inhale, coming back, lowering both hands to the floor. So we're going to come into our lizard's pose, so just taking whichever option is right for you. Turning the right feet all the way out towards the right, so we're opening through that inner hip. Option to stay up onto the hands, or maybe here we can begin to lower down onto the forearms. Again, using pillows or blocks or anything just to help support you if you need to. If you would like the challenge, you can tuck those back toes, lifting the back knee off the floor. This is a really deep stretch, so just being mindful. And as we inhale, gently coming up onto the hands here. And we're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. An option here, we can press through the left hand, coming onto the outside of the right foot, and then outside of the left foot. Option, you can just hang out here, or maybe stepping that right foot on top of the left, reaching the right arm up, coming into our side plank. You can always here keep that left knee down if you need. So bringing that left knee down, or if you want the challenge, coming all the way into that side plank. Holding here, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lowering down, coming into that high plank. Lowering to the knees, the chest, the chin. Inhale, coming to our low cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Taking a few breaths here if you need to come into your child's pose for a minute. Just coming to catch your breath back. Or as we inhale here, again, we're going to bring the hands a little closer together. This time we're going to bring the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Bringing that back knee down. Turning those left toes out to the left. Bending into the leg, pressing through the right hand. And just taking that left arm to the left knee. Helping just to open up. Taking the gaze over the shoulder. One breath here. And releasing. Coming into our full lizard's pose. So option just to keep up onto the hands. Maybe lowering down onto the elbows. Option if you like the challenge, tucking the back toes and lifting the back knee off the floor. And a couple more breaths here. Really stretching into the hip flexors, into that groin area. Inhale, coming back up onto the hands. Again here, if you would like to challenge yourself, we're going to roll onto the outside of the left foot. Tucking the back toes, rolling onto the outside of the right foot. Maybe just staying here. On the outsides of each feet, you can just hang here, feeling that stretch. Or pressing through the right hand, you can step the left foot back, coming into our side plank, reaching the left arm up. Option here, you can always lower that right knee down. Finding whatever's right for you. One more breath here. As we exhale, taking the top hand down, pushing back into your high plank. As we exhale, lowering to the knees, the chest, the chin. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, coming into your downward dog. And we're just going to release the knees here. And instead of coming back into our child's pose, here we're going to walk the hands forward. So it's called our puppy pose. So we keep the hips where they are, but we walk the arms forward and lower the chest down towards the mat. So it's a really nice stretch through the arms, through the chest, even through the shoulders. And inhale, gently coming up, coming back to bring our legs out in front of us. We're going to come into a forward fold, so if you want to grab your strap, and you just place it to the inside of the soles of the feet, just releasing it down to the mat. Again, option, you can always keep those knees bent. It helps to create space for you to fold forwards. As we inhale, reaching the arms up, exhale, folding forwards, holding on to that strap, about halfway down. As we inhale, lifting the head, lifting the chest. Exhale, folding forwards. One more breath here. Inhale, gently coming up. We're going to bring the hands either side of the hips here, fingertips facing forward, bringing the feet to the mat. And as we inhale, we're going to press through the feet, press through the hands, lifting those hips up, coming into a reverse tabletop. So we're engaging the glutes, pressing through the hands. You can release the head back if it feels okay. Holding here. 5, 4. Keep squeezing those glutes, lifting those hips up. One more breath. Exhale, releasing down. And we're just going to bring the soles of the feet together here. So option, you can have them straight far out in front of you, or as close to the sit bones as you like. Bringing the thumbs here to the insides of the feet, rolling them open like a book. And here we're pressing the elbows down into the thighs, so this helps to bring those shoulders away from the ears. And just tucking the chin here. Option here, you can on the exhale begin to fold forward. Inhale, gently coming up. And we're going to hook our peace fingers again here onto the inside of the right foot, that big toe. As we inhale, we can see if we can just lift that right foot off the mat. Maybe keeping the knee bent. Option, we can bring it a little bit wider. Maybe a bit wider. Maybe you can see if we can lengthen that leg out. Exhale, bringing it back down. Coming to that left side. Maybe we can just lift it off the floor. Keep sending that chest forward, opening. Option here, bringing it out towards the sides, maybe keeping a bend in the knee. Or maybe we can begin to lengthen it. Keeping that chest open. Exhale, release. Taking a deep inhale, maybe we can lift both feet off the floor here. So we're coming back onto those sit bones, keeping that core strong. Option, maybe taking them a little bit wider. Maybe a bit wider, maybe we can lengthen them out. Rolling around, it's good. Exhale, releasing them down. Well done. Bringing the hands under the knees, pushing them up towards each other. And we're just going to send the arms forward here, and as we exhale, slowly start to roll down to the mat, hugging those knees into the chest. And we're just going to sway side to side, rolling out the lower back. Maybe taking some circles with the knees here, one way, and then the other. And then hugging those knees into the chest, we're just going to grab our strap again if it's near. And we're going to place the strap over the soles of the feet. As we inhale, begin to lift those legs up towards the sky. So you can always keep a bend in those knees again. And we're just stretching out through those legs. Just beginning to release. Maybe swaying side to side, bending the knees and then straightening. And bending into those knees, we're going to release the left leg, taking it all the way down out across the floor. As we inhale, keeping that right leg in the strap, we're going to begin to stretch through that right leg. Taking a deep inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to bring the head and the chest up, crunching up towards that knee, really pulling through the strap, lifting up, holding here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, releasing the head and chest down, bringing the strap into that right hand, taking the left arm out, either across the floor, palm facing down, or you can hold onto that left thigh. As we exhale, we're going to release the right leg out towards the right, opening through the hip. Stretching. And inhale here, bringing that right leg up through center, taking the strap into that left hand, and we're going to send the right arm this time out across the floor, palm facing down. As we exhale, bringing the right leg across the body down towards the left. You can lower down to the elbow if you want the challenge. You can keep the elbow off the floor. And you can take the gaze over the right shoulder if it feels okay. And we're stretching through that right glute, that hip flexor, all the way down to the thigh. As we inhale, gently coming up, taking the strap into both hands. And we're just going to bend into that right knee, switching the legs over. So bringing that left foot to the strap, releasing the right leg down the mat. As we inhale, reaching that right leg up. Exhale, lifting the head, lifting the chest, drawing ourselves up towards the knee. Our right foot is still active. We're holding here. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, releasing the head and the chest. Exhale, we're going to take the strap into the left hand, sending the right arm out across the floor. Releasing that left leg down towards the left side. Again, option, you can bring the right hand on top of that right thigh, just helping to ground you. Really opening through the left hip flexor. Holding here. And inhale, gently coming up through to center. Bringing the strap into the right hand, sending that left arm out across the floor. As we exhale, bringing the leg down to the right side. So bringing that leg across the body. And again here, maybe taking the gaze over that left shoulder. Inhale, gently coming up through center. Bending into that right leg, releasing it down. And we're just going to hug the knees into the chest here. Taking them about hip width apart. Releasing the feet up towards the sky. We're going to come into our happy baby. Taking the arms to the insides of the legs, holding the outsides of the feet. Option here just to hold behind the thighs. And we're drawing the knees in towards the armpits. Keeping that breath moving through the body. You can start to sway side to side if it feels okay. And just bringing the knees together, and we're going to release the legs out, coming into our Shavasana. Releasing those legs out across the floor. Arms are away from the body, tucking the shoulder blades underneath. And just closing the eyes. Keeping the belly soft. Enjoying this rebound. Just coming to release. And when you're ready, we're just going to deepen the breath here. Maybe moving through the fingertips, through the toes. Circling the wrists and the ankles. Maybe reaching up overhead like you do in the morning. Stretching, hugging the knees in towards the chest. And when you're ready, coming to a seated position. Just keeping the eyes closed for now. And we're going to seal the practice with 3 rounds of breath. So we're going to inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Bringing the hands to your heart center. As we exhale, bowing to seal the practice. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful afternoon. See some of you on Thursday. And I hope you enjoyed it.